Good morning and God bless. Let's get straight to work. We got a lot to talk about. The edge stack mindset. Build the body, build the covenant. That's right. The body you build is the altar you stand on. Mm. You said your spirit was ready. You said your vision was clear. You said your goals were sacred, but your body still tired, still undisciplined, still waiting for a reason to move. And here's what nobody wants to admit. If your body doesn't trust you, your covenant is cosmetic. You cannot call yourself sealed if the system still leaks through your skin. Warning, this transmission exposes physical disobedience masquerading as self-acceptance. Side effects may include mood swings tied to physical stagnation, sudden self-doubt after meals, mirrors, or skipped workouts, and subconscious shame for promises your body knows you didn't and you can't keep. Welcome to Raw for Epoch 2, day 136. This ain't for the gram. This ain't about aesthetics. This is about authorship. We're not chasing six packs, unless you really want one. We're chasing submission of the flesh. And today we build a body that mirrors the covenant. Let's get right into our concept overview. Your body, it isn't a tool, it's a temple and a test. You knew that already, didn't you? The body, it isn't the afterthought of your obedience. It's the evidence of your discipline. The record keeper of your remembrance. The altar you kneel on every morning. Yo, it's the weapon you go to war with every single day. Presuming you get the day. You don't need to get fit to feel good. You need to get fit to become believable. And again, not for the gram. I'm talking about to yourself, to your vision, and to the covenant you made when nobody was watching. So here's what you'll learn today. Why physical transformation is spiritual submission. How to align mind, body, and covenant under a single apex. We always go singular. Why the edge stack is more than supplements. It's identity acceleration. How to command the body without bullying the soul. Imagine you right now bullying your soul because you can't carry your old weight. And the real reason you can't feel your growth, your body didn't move with it. Let's get into our visual metaphor of the day. We call this the hollow frame. Picture a man or a woman, in this instance a man, with perfect posture, wide back, square shoulders, barrel chest, presence that turns head. But inside, his bones are brittle, his organs are shrinking, his breath is shallow, got no stamina. His system is starved. Yeah, he built the frame, but he never sealed the function. So when the real weight hits, that life weight, not the barbell, but the burden, not the deadlift, but the discipline, not the bench press, but the betrayal, he collapses. Because the frame was for show. The system wasn't for service. That's the danger of cosmetic covenant. Looking like you can carry something, but leaking when it actually arrives. Yo, there's two types. I'm gonna get into my personal perspective. There are those who build hollow as if they can carry, and there are those who don't build because they cannot carry. Those that build hollow are performance driven. They're all about the lights, cameras, action, and that's cool. Not demeaning it. Go stand under the brightest of lights, but take your soul with you. Don't lease your soul to society's desires. Don't lease your soul to what they say you should do and how you should carry yourself forward. I'm gonna get into my personal perspective before I go on a tangent and ruin my mood. All right. The body I build, it must match the weight I carry. We all carry weight. So this one's personal, especially as a man. This is system deep for me. I've always believed that physical stature mattered, not just for vanity, flexing the guns, right? But for presence. How you present yourself is how the world processes your voice. You walk into a room, and even before you speak, your posture preaches. Some of you all slumped over, wondering why people take you as a joke. It's real. So when I had the dad bod, when I was drinking, overweight, and undisciplined, don't get it twisted. I still had the words. I still had the spirit, but my body was leaking the covenant. Because when your body is weak, I promise you, your spirit knows it can't be carried. And your mind starts running loops like, I know what to do, but I don't believe I'll survive doing it. I lived that. I wanted to lead my family, scale in my career, become someone my children can mirror. But the man in the mirror was not built to carry the promises I was making. Let's be clear. We talk about faith, but you can't just pray to walk the path. Your body has to withstand the path. That's when it clicked. If God gives me the vision, the singular vision, the apex vision, my body is the temple I must strengthen to receive it. This body, not for aesthetics, although we all like to look good, don't front. It's mainly for dominion. So I don't train so I can flex. I train so I can protect. So I can show my daughter I'm present. I got you. So I can show my son what power looks like when it's quiet. So I can give my wife some rest. Let her put her feet up. Not another child to raise. Some of you are grown men babies or baby men or both. And let me be clear too. I've worked in boardrooms. I've led major departments, multi-million dollar budgets, investments, etc. I know what it means to be respected professionally. But nothing hits like knowing that in the presence of chaos, my body matches the spirit I've authored. Because as a man, one day, another man might threaten my family. And I just refuse to be outclassed by a man who trains harder than I pray. That's why I lift. That's why I run. That's why I stack. It's not just a fitness goal, it's covenant preservation. And if I'm going to build anything God gave me, this body better be strong enough to walk it out. Let's check the chat before we get into our black book. Fundamentally, where are you actually going if your body can't carry you? It's way bigger than just the training for, again, the aesthetics. I'm talking about Your spirit can't trust your body to move it where it needs to go. So you loop in the same path. And the biggest thing this amounts to is this: no matter how big, how strong, how fast, do you have the stamina? So when you break spiritually, when you break emotionally, when you break psychologically, because all those things break, can you at least will yourself forward through physical wherewithal? Sometimes you just got to have the body strength to pull yourself through, to carry your own weight. Some of us out there are so sedentary, we can't carry our own weight. So when you can't carry your own physical weight, what kind of weight are you carrying at home? What kind of weight are you carrying in the boardroom, in your professions, in your environment, through the collective, in community? You don't even trust you. How could you trust you? You know it. I've been there. It hurts. Coming to that realization hurts all the way, deep, raw, unfiltered. Yo, I'm just not strong enough. I can't even, you can't even get yourself out of bed. And once again, past the aesthetics, you're the way that if you don't feed your mind information, it atrophies. If you don't feed your body physical effort, it atrophies. Literally, your organs, the body, your heart, your liver, all the things that keep you alive, they start regressing. They start to atrophy. They stop working less. Same thing happens to your spirit. So you struggle with new endeavors. You struggle with cycling out of poverty-driven, fear-derived, generational curses. At some point, you got to be physical. In fact, the reality of life, the reality we live in, is all physical as far as the final act of creation. You have to act it out. And if you can't carry yourself through the fire, you're going to burn. Okay. Let's talk about the Black Book. Physical covenant as system authority. Let's build from your biology up. Chemistry of covenant strength. The edge stack mindset starts with the question: can my body carry what my spirit was sent to do? Oof. Some of you have neglected what your spirit was sent to do because your body can't carry you. Your body is a chemical engine. Every act of authorship releases or suppresses hormones. It's my wonderful culture of men. Testosterone drives assertiveness, courage, focus. Cortisol regulates stress, but destroys drive when left unchecked. Dopamine reinforces progress, but can be hijacked by cheap stimulus. Growth hormone triggers physical recovery, cellular resilience. When you train consistently, eat clean, supplement with nutrition, and rest, you signal to your system: prepare to carry the legacy. Prepare to execute on what God called me to do. Creator, root source. When you skip workouts, eat trash, scroll endlessly, sleep inconsistently, you signal we're not ready. We're just surviving on the welfare line of life. So if you've been wondering why your confidence wavers, why you speak soft around other men, where you in the pack? Where you in the pecking order? Why your leadership presence flickers in hard moments, it's not just emotional. It's chemical memory. And your body is keeping score. Let's talk about the spiritual fracture of physical neglect. Your soul has mass. And the moment you receive divine instruction, that weight transfers to your biology. You were never supposed to just carry it emotionally. You were supposed to embody it physically. And when you don't, your children Feel the absence of safety. Can your kids really call on you? That hurts when you got to answer that real. Your wife feels the lack of spiritual backup. Your team, business, whatever you're doing, sees the inconsistency in your walk. Your body registers the shame of unkept commands. And worse, you become the mirror your children avoid. And if they stop looking at you, they stop seeing themselves. Let's now talk about protection, posture, and pecking order style. In the absence of physical readiness, you compromise covenant protection capacity. Yo, let me be clear. I've said this many times. Men provide at minimum protection. And in the absence of physical readiness, when you can't articulate yourself physically, you are compromised. And when you are compromised in that capacity, your ability to provide protection is compromised. You can't even protect yourself. And when pressure hits, at minimum, you're going to gas out. Assuming you even, God forbid, but how long will you even go? And then to provide protection, you're absent because you can't get yourself off the couch. Your son will remember your back. Your daughter will remember your frame. Your wife will fill the gap when you cannot absorb the pressure. And in a world where wolves don't always growl, your family can afford a man who looks strong but folds when the door shakes. Here's a final consequence. If you ignore the body, you deny the covenant. You'll pray for strength, but collapse under opportunity. You'll hear divine instruction because God won't stop whispering. But fatigue will turn it into suggestion. You'll feel inspired, but shame will hijack your momentum. Your leadership will leak. Your confidence will flicker. Your family will start preparing for the day you can't protect them. Because deep down, they already feel the gap. And when you start to feel that fatigue, when your body can't recover fast enough to fight again, that's when your spirit starts to question if the war is still worth it. Oh, and worst of all, your children will inherit your unfinished fight. The body you never built, the presence you never embodied, and the protection you were too tired to provide. Those are the consequences. They hurt. They hurt more than the pain of keeping yourself in shape. I assure you that. Here's how to lock daily remembrance. Name the body you need, not the body you want. The body that can carry your calling. The body that matches your protection requirements. Where you at on your journey? What's your apex? What's the path? What's the body you need to match? Train with covenant consciousness. Don't just chase hypertrophy. Train like somebody else's life depends on your endurance, because it does. Seal the stack as spiritual order. Your supplements, your food, your water, your sleep. They're not luxuries. They are divine logistics. Think about it. Think about your daily habits and what you do with your body. Let's get into our creation covenant loop. ARR, audit, remix, re-record. You got the call. Now move like it's recorded. Let's start with an audit. Ask yourself this today. Where does your body betray your spirit? When did I last feel like a fraud in my own skin? Was it the skipped workout? Was it the third helping? Was it the moment my kid asked me to play and I said I was tired? Mm. Or that the fracture, it's not your size, it's your silence. Then you want to hit them with the remix. This is our thought identity. The old thought, here's what it might be saying to you: I'll get back to it soon. I'm still showing up in other areas. I bring home the money. It's not about how I look. No, this ain't about appearance. It's about alignment. How about this for a new thought? My body is not decoration, it's declaration. I carry what I create and I build what I've been commanded to protect. Then you want to re record it. Here's our action identity portion. We got into the emotion, we got into the thought. Now we got to act it out. Today, train your legacy, train like your legacy depends on it. Don't skip leg day because it does. One workout, one cold shower, one clean plate, one walk without noise. Drop the headphones. One act of sweat sealed remembrance. Do not wait for motivation. Move like you already received the command. And if you're catching this later, how about you get out of bed tomorrow when you said you would on a Saturday? If your body can't carry the covenant, you will rewrite the covenant to fit your body. Oof. Damn. And that's not authorship, that is retreat. You don't need abs unless you really want them. You need armor. Build it, stack it, seal it. If you build the body, the covenant will follow. You own it or be owned by it. You either run the system or the system runs you. Change your mind, change your life. I am who I say I am. Do you and stay rich.